Alrighty, hey y'all. Back again. It's been a while. This is Kitty's Book Nook if you're not. Well, I mean, of course you're not going to be familiar because this is my first video. This is my first real video. I did an introduction video a couple weeks ago. And after that, I had a couple rough weeks. You know, I'm a college student. I'm also a double minor and I work close to full time. On top of all of that, and also I was waiting for this really fancy mic to come in. It's actually not that fancy. I just got it off of Amazon for like $14. I wasn't able to make a video for a couple weeks, but I am really excited for this one because I just wanted to kind of start introducing y'all to what Kitty's Book Nook is going to be about. But before we begin, I want to give a really big shout out to Nini the Reader. She commented on my first introduction video, and I just wanted to say thank you. It was really sweet. I was having a really rough week that week. That really made my day, my week, and it really influenced me to have the motivation to post this video with all the crazy stuff that's going on with the end of the semester. So yeah, let's get into it. My first book this year was A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I have only read 2 books this year. If y'all saw my Goodreads account, I would be so highly embarrassed. I'm in no way a professional. I don't know why I'm making this YouTube channel because I go to school in STEM, not for literature. So I have no qualifications to analyze the writing of some of these writers. Um, I just like to read their books. Like that's the only reason why. Anyways, so my first book this year was A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. After that, I had set my read goal for 24 books. And I have 22 left. And it is April. But summer's coming up. So that is always like summer. I always have a lot more time on my hands despite working as well. Since I'm not doing school, I always have so much more time on my hands to be reading. And I am studying abroad this summer for about 6 weeks in Colombia. So I will be definitely reading a lot on flights. I'll be flying quite a bit, hanging out on the beach a bit too. So my read goal for this year is 24 books. I read 2, the first 2, obviously, I talked about it, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. The second one, I read the first ACOTAR book. And this is my first time reading the ACOTAR series by Sarah J. Maas. First book, I'm not going to go into it that much because I'm going to make a whole video about that soon. First book was very good. Second book has been way better. That's the book that I'm currently reading, A Court of Mist and Fury. I think it's phenomenal. And I'm even more excited to read Throne of Glass and Crescent City by her because I have heard Throne of Glass impeccable. So I'm very, very excited to read it. But that'll have to be a next year thing for sure. This year I have planned out how many books I'm going to read. This is my first year actually setting a read goal. I used to in high school, not through Goodreads. I didn't have a Goodreads account until actually this summer. So that's why I don't share my Goodreads because it has like that I've read like 30 books or something. It's not really accurate. I don't really share it. It's just I started it last summer to kind of like starting to keep tracks because I didn't know that you could actually have like a serious Goodreads account. I thought Goodreads was like this website that you use to like find summaries of books. It was like actually like a very reader oriented website and app. Yeah, that's definitely something that has started, and it's not a reflection of how much I actually read. We're going to circle back. My read goal is 24 books. That's what's set on my Goodreads. It's going to be a total of 6 series. I'm going to finish the ACOTAR series by Sarah J. Maas. That series consists of 5 books. I am currently a little over 400 pages, a 40 chapter range. So I still have about 200 left until I'm done with this one. And then I'll move on to A Court of Wings and Ruin. And I actually was really frustrated because I was scrolling on TikTok the other day and I saw a spoiler. Maybe I should just delete TikTok as a reader but then I wouldn't be able to find book recs, like good ones. I'd say it's been pretty good. I'm in love with Rescind. I'd say it's been pretty good so far. Again, I'm gonna do a book review about ACOTAR later in the future, so I'm not gonna go super deep into it. I was gonna say something else about it. It's very long, I will say. I'm very excited to just get through it. The second series on my list this year is the Cruel Prince series by Holly Black. I have heard so much about this series. Really excited to read it. I've heard nothing but over 3-star reviews when they're talking about this book. She also came out, Holly Black, I believe she came out with a series that branches off of the Cruel Prince series, and it's almost like a lore-based book, like mythological encyclopedia. It's about Elfhame. Can't remember the name off the top of my head. So again, I've heard nothing but good reviews about The Cruel Prince. I'm very excited to read it. Fantasy, romance, romantasy, definitely my favorite genre of books, so I'm really excited. I've also heard that Jude is a badass. I'm excited for that. And then the third series is going to be the Once Upon a Broken Heart series by Stephanie Garber. Stephanie Garber also writes, I believe she writes the Cinder series, as well as, no, that's Stephanie Myers. Stephanie Myers also writes the Heartless series, which I wanted to read. It sounds like a very cool concept. I really wanted to read Heartless, but I just could not get over the fact that the main character's nickname was Kath. There's so many better things that could have been done instead of the nickname Kath. So unfortunately, that book will not be going on my read list anytime in the future, probably. I'd have to really get over it. Once Upon a Broken Heart series by Stephanie Garber. That consists of 3 books. And the Cruel Prince series also has 3 books to it. Another one that I have heard amazing reviews about, so I'm also really excited for this one. That special edition one with the guards. That's very cool. I don't have that edition, but the printing is really cool. That edition is really pretty. And then the next series we have, the 4th series, is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. V.E. Schwab also writes The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and V.E. Schwab is one of the most badass female authors out there. If you have seen her Twitter, it's insane. She is hilarious. She goes to conventions all the time. So when she goes to conventions, men find out that she is V.E. Schwab. That's just the pen name that she uses. They always are disappointed to not find a man. And actually acknowledging that and expressing that to the person that is behind that pen name and then degrading her for it is kind of crazy. And that she writes all of these amazing, her lore in some of these books is so extensive, very well written, but it's closed enough to where it's explainable and appropriate. Highly suggest you just go on her Twitter and scroll. It's hilarious. The 5th series that I will be reading is the Four Horsemen series by Laura Talassa. She writes another popular series called The Bargainer. Four Horsemen, I honestly bought it at the store. I bought the first one. I bought the first one, which is called Pestilence. at Barnes & Noble because I thought the cover was really pretty. And I bought that a while ago. I can't remember exactly when I bought it, but I did. It had to have been recently, within the last year at least. And then I went to Barnes & Noble probably about a month or two ago, and I saw that 3 other books of the same series, they had like the same cover. The covers are very nice. Like, I really like the texture of the cover. It's very nice. I noticed that had also come out as well. So I went ahead and bought the whole series. I know you should never do that until you've read the first book. I went ahead and did it because the cover was really pretty. And I've heard some pretty good things about it, and the blurb is very interesting. So I did it. No shame. Last series that I will be reading, I must say I'm pretty nervous for it. It is Foundation by Isaac Asimov, if that's how you pronounce his last name. It consists of 6 to 7 books. I was gifted the series by my second oldest brother for Christmas. What I know about the book is that it is about early galactic empire days in the Star Wars universe. So I'm very excited to read it. But I am also very nervous at the same time. I am not sure if it's going to be very Tolkien-y stylized writing, which I love reading, okay? But I also have the attention span of a bumblebee, and I cannot read 3 paragraphs about a single tree, which is why Lord of the Rings was so difficult for me to read. Probably also because I was in 7th grade when I read it. That's not the point. That's why I like to stick with books that are a little bit more modernly styled, more like juvenile fiction books. I think I've always geared towards them because they definitely have the right amount of complex language, but it's not overly complex. And also, the thing that I appreciate about juvenile fiction books is that there is often, very often in those kinds of dystopian fiction books, there's subplots of romance, but there is little to no smut. I'll be honest, I don't really read a whole lot of open romance books. I feel like there's a line, but again, to each their own. If you really love reading stuff like that, then read it. Nobody's stopping you. Those things have been published for a reason because everything has an audience. I'd love to hear what you guys think. If you guys have any more book recommendations, if I go through the year and I finish a lot of them, definitely comment or DM me about book recs that you have. I would love for y'all to give me some book recs. I definitely need them. Y'all can go follow me on TikTok at Kitty's Book Nook, Instagram, same handle. Like and subscribe this video. I can't wait to see you guys next time. What is my next video about? I promise that my next video will not take as long as this one did. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye, book nerds.